What's going on, guys? Kitbash here, bringing you another video. This time it is of a custom cosplay that I saw on Instagram. There was a guy, he technically kitbashed a Black Ranger suit with White Ranger pieces, and it's pretty dope. I was sent a picture by a guy that I talk Power Rangers with on a regular, and I fell in love with the picture. So once I saw the Black Ranger coming out, the Dragon Shield one, it was a no-brainer for me to make. Zach being one of my favorite Rangers. Now, this one was pretty easy to do because I didn't have to paint literally anything. The hardest part was swapping the feet, or the lower legs and the arms here. This was the hardest part to do. Only because this plastic is a lot harder than Marvel Legends plastic. Even when it's hot, it's still hard to get the pegs in. It was the hardest time I've ever had swapping parts, but I'm glad I was able to do it. Now, the only thing I had to do to this was obviously take the Dragon Shield off and put this shield on. And I had to swap, I had to dye the arms like from the elbow down. So everything is the Black Ranger base body. The elbow joints are Black Ranger, so it's not going to rub. Even if it did, I would have dyed it anyway if it was just all White Ranger, but it's not. So I dyed I dyed from the knee down, so I dyed the feet and the boots on both sides, and then I dyed from the elbow down this gauntlet glove here, and then this hand here. So this was white, this was white, and then I was all white, and I dyed it. I also dyed Saba. He has a picture because there's a legacy. Let's see if I can get that to focus. There's a legacy version that they bring out every so often, where they do a black and gold. He had one for the cosplay, and it was really sick. So as I dyed the arms and legs, I also wanted to dye Saba, and exactly what happened to this is what I wanted to happen, which was the silver didn't get dyed. The gold got a little dark on me, but just a little dry brush with some Model Masters gold, it brought it bright back out. And it looks like the legacy version of Saba to me. Like, and I didn't have to put too much paint on here for it to look this good, so I was really happy about that. That was like the best part of the custom for me. Like, I mean, besides the overall look, this was probably the best part of the custom for me because it just came together so nice. Like, this came out so sick. I really like how that ended up. Now, the only thing that didn't die for me was this blaster here. Now, this is the stock blaster that comes with this figure. I was going to use a legacy version, but I'm saving those for my primary Rangers. So I'm saving the legacy closed blasters for when I get the 5 Rangers all together. This is the only thing that didn't die for me. It got a little black tint to it. It kind of dyed the white gray, but it wouldn't take the black. It wouldn't take the dye. And this is what I mean in my dye video when I say hard plastics won't die. These are hard. This is a hard plastic blaster here. So as you can see, it didn't take the dye at all. It took a little bit, but it didn't take enough. It didn't take like I thought it was going to take. So I might have to paint this black. I'm debating. I kind of like it, the muted colors. It matches the suit, kind of just the darkness of it. But I'm planning on either painting it or leaving it like that. So let me run down the parts and pieces that I used on this, and let's get this review going. So parts and pieces I use, you can tell pretty much. Well, not pretty much. You can absolutely tell what I used to make it. The only part that I really had to modify was the belt here. This is the White Ranger's belt. I shaved it down. I shaved down a little symbol on there. And I cut the Mastodon morpher off the other belt and glued it on top. It kind of, I'm not going to say it looks sloppy, but it just doesn't look how I wanted it to look. It kind of looks like it's on a belt though, so I guess I did accomplish something. But I had to paint around the Mastodon coin. I had to paint it gold, obviously. So that's from the original Black Ranger, and this holster is from the original Black Ranger. I just dyed it black. This didn't really take the dye too well either. It's kind of a gray, but it doesn't bother me. It's not like out of place or anything. Like a really dark, it's like an ashy black, you could say. Like if you had an ashy t-shirt, that's what that looks like. And then I showed you Saba already. Saba took the dye really well. The white just dyed right out, and it kept the silvers and the golds and everything. It looks really good. And like I said, the cosplay looks just like this. I'm going to post a picture. The cosplay looks just like this. It just looks way better. The only thing I couldn't do was replicate the gold that's on here and here. I couldn't get this to turn gold for some reason. I don't know what happened or what was going on, but it just wouldn't. It's not as bright to me as these are. It might look different on video, but in person, this is not as bright. This is like a really dull, it's almost like a brass color to me. And it's really not. It just doesn't pop. I mean, it pops next to the black, obviously, because gold and black are two vastly different colors. But it's not as bright as I want it to be. And I put probably 5 or 6 layers of gold. But other than that, those two things, I love this custom. And like I said, the boots are White Ranger and the gloves are White Ranger. Everything else is Black Ranger, though. And the way I got this on was popping these arms off. So you have to pop these arms off at the swivel on both sides, and then you have to heat this up just a bit. It shouldn't stretch too much if you plan on trying this. It shouldn't stretch too much. It still has all the same articulation. Like I said, no paint rep because the base body is a Black Ranger, which is perfect. Yeah, and everything just came together really nice. The guy who made the cosplay really liked it. A lot of people really liked it. It's honestly a really dope custom of a dope cosplay. I didn't think I'd be able to pull it off, honestly, because I don't know. I just didn't think that it would look as good as it does. It's like literally my favorite figure right now. So, yeah. With that being said, I'm gonna do a size comparison with the regular Black Ranger, and he's not taller because I didn't do the head mod to my Black Ranger because I don't think it looks right. But I'm gonna do a size comparison right now. So here's a comparison with the regular Walgreens Black Ranger. And you can see they're the same height. You can see the differences, though. You can see they're vast differences. Like, of course, the dragon shield and then the black boots and black gloves. But I also did paint his, what is this thing called? His power axe. I painted his power axe up. You can't really see the gold. You kind of can. It just looks like that more than gold because it was yellow based, and Model Masters gold doesn't cover, so I have to put a lot of coats, and I don't like putting a lot of coats because then you put too much paint, and then it can rub off, and it doesn't dry, and it's kind of weird. But yeah, let me touch on one thing I never saw a reviewer talk about, which was this right here. At least no reviewer that I've seen. I saw some UK reviewers do it because this came on the UK. This came on the UK first, so I saw some UK reviewers talk about it, and they didn't mention that this slid down for the blaster mode, but that's a sick touch. I really like that. That's actually what makes me like this weapon even more is that slides down. But yeah, that's the size comparison with the Black Ranger, Walgreens. Actually, the Black Ranger looks a little taller. It's kind of weird. Just a little, just by a hair. Get that straight. He looks like a hair taller, but yeah, that's my custom cosplay that I made. Custom action figure of a cosplay. One of the dopest cosplays I've ever seen of a Black Ranger mixed with a White Ranger. It's pretty dope. He holds Saba like regular. Let me swap out a hand really quick. I know I'm being real. Let me get that off strength camera. I'm being real tedious with this, but I really like this custom, and I really wanted to get this video out. Yeah, it's pretty dope. This is dope. So yeah, he holds Saba regular. He holds the blaster. Like I said, I painted his battle axe so he can hold that too, or power axe so he can hold that too. I want to paint it more so I can get more gold on it. But yeah, this thing just looks gnarly. Like I wouldn't want to. If I was a evil monster, I wouldn't want to fight this guy. Like, he just looks dope. He looks really dope. I really love this. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Share these videos. That helps a lot if you can share the videos. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. And I'm out.